Okay.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair colors made with ingredients you can feel good about. Are you spending hundreds of dollars at the salon, having appointments take 3 hours, and not knowing the ingredients in your hair color? Then you should try Madison Reed. You may know us for our at-home hair color, but big news, we now have over 77 locations nationwide. We call them hair color bars. Book a service and let us take care of you. We will color your hair in half the time it takes at a typical salon and for a fraction of the price. For a limited time, new clients get 15% hair color service at a Madison Reed hair color bar. Visit madison-reed.com/promo. That's madison-reed.com/promo. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access.
Would you like to inspire conservation of the ocean and help others to explore the wonders of Monterey Bay and beyond?
If so, you're a great candidate to apply as a volunteer guide at Monterey Bay Aquarium. Volunteers must be at least 18 years old, and bilingual speakers are encouraged to attend.
Informational meetings will be held virtually on February 13th and 16th, and in person at the aquarium on February 18th.
Visit MontereyBayAquarium.org/volunteer to sign up for a session.
Dancing crew, trip for two, now the final interview. Game the dub, brand new month. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
When you stay at a Vrbo, you always get the whole home. The whole upstairs, the whole downstairs, and the whole nap room. Only whole vacation homes, always all yours. Book on the Vrbo app.
Don't miss Ashley's President's Day preview sale going on now. This week only, beat the crowds and get early access to the best President's Day deals. Trending styles throughout the store and online. And with special financing options available for all budgets, refreshing your home has never been easier. Or tap the banner to shop and save today. Only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley. See store or ashley.com for details.
This week, your neighborhood grocery outlet has a deal on chicken that you won't want to miss. Stop by for Sanderson Farms boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets. Family packs are just $1.99 a pound. That's a savings of up to 60% versus. Also, try an on-the-go snack with Nature Valley granola bars. 12-count assorted varieties are just $2.99. A savings of up to 67%. Offers good through February 7th.
Businesses need to think beyond today. That's why ADP uses driven insights to design HR solutions to help your business find more success tomorrow. Time, talent, benefits, payroll, ADP, always designing for you.
The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of hundreds of thousands of titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
Americans are grappling with a huge question. Do we trust the cops?
These are the different reasons people will put on falsified reports or records.
What if I told you that in states all across the country,
Issuance of unlawful orders.
there are lists that could individual cops were trustworthy.
Obedience to laws and policies.
These lists can draw a straight line from there's name to past misconduct. The problem is, there's a good chance you're not allowed to see them.
He's basically saying, well, I hope the justice system works. That's not good enough for me.
This is the story of how these secret lists have our view of cops for decades.
It was confusing for me because I had, for all intents and purposes, at least said one, but it didn't feel like I won for the right reasons. It felt really dirty.
Talking about police officers who carry a gun
It's a story of how these lists have turned criminals' head.
Just because someone's on the list doesn't mean they did something wrong. They're like, that happened to you? Why are you still doing this job? Well, where's I don't know.
Once you know there's a secret, all those blacked out marks, everybody's wanted the lorry list. That's
From the document team at New Hampshire Public Radio, The List.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app.
my marriage advice to you is always be willing to forgive. Sounds a lot, but everybody stumbles and makes mistakes, so forgive each other, because you are there to bring out the best in each other, and hopefully you will have a lifetime of fun doing just that.
Wow, that's my mom. Love you, Mom.
You never know who might show up. Buck Sexton's mom, for those of you out there in the country who did not hear the open of the show, Buck is getting married tomorrow. There may be marital advice during the course of the show. The staff did a good job collating marriage advice. My wife's marriage advice for you, Buck, is don't listen to anything that I suggest at all. So they're.
I mean, you guys have been happily married for what, 20 some odd years? You're Obi-Wan Kenobi of marital advice.
She says that's because of me, I guess. So you should listen to everything she says and nothing I say, which frankly is a lot of what many wives would say about their marital relationships as well. All right, so this Chinese spy thing, I've got so many questions about it. And we're going to play a couple of audio clips because the Pentagon has done a spokesperson has come out and tried to answer some of these questions. But my first question that I just can't get over is, how is it not United States policy that the minute any foreign spy craft enters into our airspace, we immediately shoot it down? So initially the reports are that this was in Montana, so I don't know if it came across Canada,
yeah,
or if it came all the way across from, like it came across the Pacific and went across. We didn't really notice, or it didn't go public until it got to Montana. I haven't seen any sort of explanation of how it came to be in Montana. Now it's in the middle part of the country. But my first primary question here is, did we not know that this had entered United States airspace? And how is it not just straightforward, no questions asked, American immediately shoot down foreign spy craft that enters into our airspace? That seems like it should be like a rule of our policy.
Well, this is unmanned, so that makes it a lot easier. You could think back to the Soviet Union and the shoot down of the U-2 spy plane, which created a huge international incident. That only happened because the plane had a malfunction, if I recall, and had to drop down to altitude where Soviet missiles could actually lock onto it. But this is unmanned, and I don't know. I think we're scared about what would happen if we shot it down, falling debris. I find that unpersuasive, especially when it's over Montana. I mean, no offense to Montana, but like, there's a lot of places you could shoot down a balloon in Montana and it's not going to hit anybody, right? I mean, you're not shooting it down over downtown Los Angeles. So I would think you'd be able to pick an area where it's, very, very, very unlikely to pose a risk to anyone. I don't know how much. Look, I'm not a spy balloon expert. I was going to say this is not a lot about. This isn't one of them. I don't know how much actual machinery and how how much dangerous debris would come from a shoot down. But I got to think you're shooting it down because the alternative is to just let it keep floating around America, taking photos and sensors and whatever it wants of whatever it wants.
Yeah, and again, my point on this is just I don't understand how American policy isn't to immediately down any spy craft that enters into our country. I mean, so I want to know how long this has been here. We got got a couple of cuts here I'm going to play for you. This is the Department of Defense Press Secretary Pat Ryder giving a balloon update this morning at the Pentagon. Listen.
In regards to our announcement last night regarding the high-altitude surveillance balloon, I'm not going to have much new to say that the North American Aerospace Defense Command continues to monitor it closely. While we won't get into specifics in regards to the exact location, I can tell you the balloon continues to move eastward and is currently over the center of the continental United States. Again, we currently assess that the balloon does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground at this time.
Okay, we got one more here because he's asked.
You can see, by the way, according to Pentagon spokesman, the balloon from the ground. So I guess it can operate, at 80,000, 60 to 80,000 feet. But maybe it's lower because they're not saying you can see this.
I guess it would partly depend on cloud cover, right?
Yeah.
Depending on where you are. But my question, I want to play one more cut for everybody out there who's getting informed about this. But my question is, do individual state governors, if the Biden administration is saying we're concerned about the debris falling or whatever else, why would an individual state governor not have the authority to protect the airspace of using his own Air National Guard and shoot this thing down? I'm just asking that question. I don't know what. Let's pretend it's over Nebraska right now. I would think it would be popular politically for the governor of Nebraska to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon, right? If it continues and it's in my state of Tennessee or Alabama or any other clearly red state, and to your point, Buck, there are lots of parts of any state that are farmland, right, where there's not a great deal of industry. I agree. You don't necessarily want to shoot anything down over metropolitan area, but most of Montana, where we initially became aware of this, is farmland, and there's always the danger of falling debris, right, from a variety of different spacecraft and other objects or things to fall, and most of the time it doesn't hit somewhere.
Do you know that there was, according to the Smithsonian, the backstory here, in 1945, a Japanese balloon bomb killed 6 Americans, including 5 children in Oregon. Yeah.
It came all the way across the
that's a good question. You're going to see what the pathway is. But it was a Japanese balloon. I mean, it's warfare for reconnaissance. In fact, I think you can argue that some of the earliest usage, the earliest Air Force reconnaissance were hunter.
Yeah, and used in the minority here to help survey the opposing, lines and also the topography of the defensive Let me also, yeah.
No, I was going to say, I'm still sitting. But the DOD has said the balloon's going to be over the U.S. for a few days. Shoot it down. Shoot it down.
Well, I mean, again, I'm just saying, imagine, Buck, that you or I was the governor of Nebraska. Just using Nebraska because it's the center part of the country. We don't know what state it's exactly over. It could be Oklahoma. It could be Missouri. All these states have Republican governors right now, right? Almost everywhere in the middle part of the country has a Republican governor. Would you not shoot it down? And then if the Biden administration is angry, does that not play really well for you politically in your state? Chinese spy plane? Now remember, the Chinese, because they lie about everything, said, oh, this is a weather balloon. But the Department of Defense said, this is not true. Here is cut 20
First of all, we are aware of the PRC's statement. However, the fact is we know that it's a surveillance. To be more specific than that, we do know that the balloon has violated U.S. airspace and international law, which is unacceptable. And so we've conveyed this directly to the PRC at multiple levels.
Why are we such pussy willows, Buck? Saying that it's unacceptable to the PRC to violate international law? I mean, I can't think of a wimpier
White House. I mean, this is, we're sitting here. I think everyone
violated international norms, and we're really upset at you. Dare you? This is something they entered our airspace to spy on us, and we're like, well, we'll just wait. It's eventually going to leave the country. I mean, this is pathetic. Shoot that thing down. Now this is remotely difficult, unless they think, hey, it's actually something more serious, like, hey, that they're concerned that that this balloon, I mean, to your point, Buck, it exploded and killed 6 people, is something where if you shoot it down, there's a massive explosion. Do they actually think that it could be something that has more serious consequences than just falling out of the sky? But I mean, the chutzpah here of China be like, hey, we're just going to go ahead and send in a spy and fly it across the whole United States and claim that it's a weather balloon, and they're not going to, all they're going to do is wag their finger at us and not send Anthony Blinken to China. I mean, this is, to me, an embarrassing sign of weakness by the United States government.
For sure. Gun owners like me are discovering a new training tool. It's called the Mantis X. It's an electronic shot, aim sharp, without hours of practice at the range. Don't get me wrong, I like going to the range as much as anybody, but this Mantis X device allows you to practice at home too, which is super convenient. It's a firearms training system that's no ammo, all electronic. There's a device that attaches to your firearm like a weapon light, and it's so easy, it also attaches to your smartphone via Bluetooth. The Mantis gives you real-time data, and it gives you real-time feedback on your technique and guides you through drills and courses. In fact, so do many others. 94% of shooters improve their shot within 20 minutes. This product is now being used by the U.S. military and special forces. Military-grade technology at an affordable price. The Mantis X is a must. Start improving your shooting accuracy today. Get yours at mantisx.com. That's MANTISX.com.
Download and use the new Clay and Buck app. Listen to the program live. Show you might have missed. Find every podcast as they're released and listen. Find the Clay and Buck app in your app store and make it part of your day. Power Talk 101.1.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of a company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you can feel good about. Are you tired of drugstore hair color? Upgrade to salon quality hair color that improves the condition of your hair without any harsh odors. It's easily done at home, and we deliver it to your door. Plus, our hair color matching technology makes picking the right color easy, fast, and accurate. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off plus free shipping on your first online order. Visit madison-reed.com/offer. Take our online color quiz to find your perfect shade. That's madison-reed.com/offer. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. 30-day trial of iHeartRadio. You'll love it. Don't be basic. Be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Would you like to inspire conservation of the ocean and help others to explore the wonders of Monterey Bay and beyond?
If so, you're a great candidate to Monterey Bay Aquarium. Volunteers must be at least 18. Speakers are encouraged to attend.
Informational meetings will be held virtually on February 13th and the aquarium on February 18th.
Visit MontereyBayAquarium.org/volunteer to sign up for a session.